Hi everyone, this is Sam from Revolution. So I wanted to go through some shoulder mobility and shoulder health exercises to improve the stability and movement in your shoulders, to reduce the chances of injuring it, or if you're injured, these exercises are all safe. But if you want to double check anything, ask with your practitioner. The first thing I want to talk about is posture, because your posture is going to impact your shoulders. Obviously, even if the head and neck is in the wrong position, your shoulders are going to suffer from that. So not just your shoulders, but if your head and neck is in the wrong position, if you're not using the lower body muscles, like your glute muscles properly, that's going to impact what your upper body is doing. To remind yourself of what good posture is, just stand tall, pull your shoulder blades back, and externally rotate your arms so your palms are facing out, and squeeze your shoulder blades together and tuck your chin in. And imagine there is a rope from your head connected to the ceiling, and it's getting pulled up. So you're making your spine nice and long. Those are just a few cues you can remind yourself to do daily, whenever you get a break, just to pull everything back, hold it for 10 seconds and relax, and keep doing that. So then your brain and your nervous system will start actually integrating that and keeping it as part of your posture, rather than forgetting to do it and that sort of thing. Alright, so what I'm going to go through now are some exercises for your shoulders that are going to be beneficial for your posture, for your shoulder health, for your rehabilitation. So firstly, I'd just like to say, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be producing a lot more videos now on rehabilitation and mobility, strength, as well as full workouts. So to support the work that I'm doing, please subscribe and like my videos and comment. Let me know if you need any other advice on anything. I've been a chiropractor for quite a while now. I've been in the fitness industry and rehabilitation for a long time, so I've dealt with a lot of different issues. Alright, so let's get started with our exercises. First one is very simple. It's just against the wall. You're going to have your heels against the wall, your buttock, your back, and the back of your head all touching the wall, and your shoulders also externally rotated, like what I had mentioned just before. Hold that position, tuck your chin in, hold this position for 10 seconds. And if that's really uncomfortable for you, that's fine. It will get easier. If things are really out of place, that will actually be tough for some people to do. So 10 seconds is okay. But if you don't find it that tough, but you still want to work on your shoulders and your posture, then hold it for 30 seconds to 1 minute. But if it's tough for you, start with 10 and then increase it up to 1 to 2 minutes. And that's how your body will really reset some of the muscles. Alright, I'm going to show you 2 exercises on the floor. So first one is a push-up plus. Okay, so this is a scapular movement. Okay, so no movement in the elbows, no bending. It's just the shoulders. The shoulder blades going in and out. I'm going to do it on the mat. Okay, so on my knees, and what I'm going to do is push away from the floor, round my back, that area between my shoulder blades, balloon it up as much as I can, and then sink in and get my shoulder blades as close together as I can, and then pushing in. And this is where you're really contracting the subscapularis muscles, so keep pushing. It's one of the rotator cuffs that keeps your scapula, your shoulder blade down, so it keeps your posture nice. So when you're pushing into the floor, really imagine you're pushing the floor away from you to really get the muscles to contract. You can do it on your toes as well, but I would just suggest you start with your knees. The toes will just be more weight, so you have to push harder, and also it will target your core a bit more. But don't just start on your toes if you've never done these before. Really get the feeling first, okay? You're not trying to win some race or anything like that. Okay, next one is a side plank. Okay, so this is great for your core as well, obviously. So you get into a side plank position, and the side plank is great for the shoulders because you're stabilizing everything on that shoulder and that arm. Okay, make sure it's your elbow is supporting your shoulder right under it, so your elbow is not up here or down here, and you're pushing that hip right up, and you're activating the shoulder. Okay, so you know, if you're kind of slouching like this, that's not good. Okay, activate the shoulder, push away from the floor with your elbow, and push away from the floor, pushing the hips up. And if that's really tough, you can just bend the bottom knee, and this is going to take a lot of weight off. So if you do have a shoulder injury, you might want to start with the half plank so you don't actually ask your shoulder to do much and further damage it. But a half plank is really quite gentle, so most people should be able to do that. All right, so you do that on both sides. You can hold for as long as you can, basically. It just depends how much training you've done. So 10 seconds to 20 seconds if you're a really beginner. If you're quite used to planks and side planks, do 40 seconds, 50 seconds, 1 minute. Try to basically reach towards 1 minute on each side. All right, I'm going to show you guys 3 more exercises. I said 3, but I showed 4. 3 exercises standing up. Okay, so for these exercises you just need a band, and what we're going to be doing is, the first one is a rotator cuff exercise, which is going to be a very common one most people have been shown throughout their life. Okay, so I'm going to be working on my left arm right now, and what I'm going to do is pull the band out and relax. At the same time, I am externally rotating and holding, so it's an isometric hold for this arm, and this arm is doing movement. So they're both getting a workout at the same time, okay? If it's really hard, then just loosen it up so there's a bit of slack there, and then you can pull a bit further. You should just be able to pull about 30 degrees. If this is 90, if this is like normal, 30 to 45 degrees. If you're going all the way out here, you're obviously just taking your elbow off the side of your body, and you're doing the exercise wrong, okay? So keep your shoulders nice down, and you're just opening it up. So what you want is that shoulder actually rotating out. It's nothing else, okay? And then once you've done that, you're gonna hold with this arm and pull with this. You can do 10 to 15 reps on each side and do that 3 times. That's it. And what we're going to do next is a scapular control exercise. Okay, it's basically you're pulling the band apart. It's also called band pull apart. Okay, so you've got the scapula, you've got the band nice and slack in the middle. From here, shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, and then squeeze all the way through with your arms. So I'll show you my back. You really have to do the movement. You really have to do the movement with your shoulder blades first, okay? Okay, so you see what I did is squeeze my shoulder blade down and back, and then moved my arms. If you don't do that part, you'll end up just using your arms and your posterior delts and your traps, your upper traps here. So squeeze them down and back, and then control them and hold there, like you should feel like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades, and then relax. And do that 20 to 25 reps, 2 to 3 sets. The last exercise you don't really need anything for. It's a scapular scoop, okay? So what you're gonna do is have your arm up in a 90-degree angle like that, and what you're gonna do is pull the shoulder blade down and back, and you're going to rotate the arm without just bringing the whole thing forward, okay? So squeeze the shoulder blade down and try to move the arm without moving the scapula. So you've locked the scapula, the shoulder blade down, and now you're moving just the arm, okay? So it's a very hard exercise. It requires a lot of focus, and you'll feel the burning inside there immediately, like a good type of burn, okay? And do that for 30 seconds on each side. Just really focus on it. If you start to get really sloppy after 10 seconds, then just do it for 10 seconds, okay? It's better to do it for a short period of time and focus on the movement. And once your muscles and your brain and your nervous system is more connected, then you can go for longer. You shouldn't just do an exercise for a minute. You're like, yeah, I can do it for a minute. No. All right. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed these exercises for your shoulders. They're really light and gentle and will get your shoulders nice and healthy, strong and stable and mobile. So good for everyday life, good for a lot of different sports. Give them a go and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want anything else, if you want advice on anything, also let me know. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.